from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ultragear presents the Tec Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, with 6x6 as our apparel partner and Cosmic Byte as our accessories partner. We're back with the Caster's Desk, and today it's going to be me, your boy Quain, joined along with Universe, to walk you through the very walks of life. And without any further ado, we're going to be going straight into today's match fix-ups to give you a brief overview as to what you missed out on today, or if you've been there, we'll give you a walkthrough nonetheless, and what is to come. We had a spicy game at 12 p.m. today. We had Velocity going up against Weird Esports, and it was a 2-1 match. And that was honestly a pretty interesting one, but let's move on to fresher things. And it's going to be Enigma Gaming going up against Reckoning Esports Universe. So honestly, I usually leave this for the later part of the analyst test, but I'm just going to be asking you right away. Who do you think is going to be winning out today?
I really believe that this is something that Enigma are probably going to be taking home in the bag pretty easily. Nothing out of the blue for them. You know, Reckoning have had a rather, uncommon start for what we've known them to be in the previous season. They defeated almost everybody in their group. They had gone toe-to-toe with every single big team there was, and they finished on top of their group. So Reckoning, I don't know what's happened to them this season. I don't know what exactly, is their entire lineup change, not settling in, or is it about, team coordination? Whatever it is, it's not working out for them so far. They've had 2 losses, and if they pile up another one right now, they're in deep waters.
Well, honestly, there is a little bit of a change in the lineup that I want to talk about, but we're going to be getting back to that later because the MVP standings are ready. We're going to be jumping straight into that to see who's been hitting the hardest on the playing field these few days. And there you go. It's going to be Paradox and Deathmaker. Come on. These two names are always going to be there on the MVP standings, no matter what. Somehow these two guys cannot be dethroned, and they're going to be joined by Deadly 10 and Cactus. Now, Cactus, the number of times he's been on this, and he's been pushed besides, and he's come back. He's always made his way back into the entire MVP standings. And come on, like, look at him. The KD is 114 to 86, and the ACS is 258. This guy deserves to be on there, and he always manages to prove his worth. But apart from him, Paradox and Deathmaker, you know how hard they hit. You know how Deadly 10 is so good at what he does. But give me your 2 cents on the MVP standings, Universe.
I mean, I saw this earlier today as well. These four players, all four, are absolutely insane players for their team. Cactus, he had one of his best showings in season one, where he was there on the leaderboard for about, I don't know, almost every single week, apart from the
Yeah.
last couple. And you know, he's season two was a little bit more quiet for him, but he's popped off again here. And with him, we've got the infamous Deathmaker along with Paradox. None of these guys are going to be playing today, but you know, we've got some hard hitters on the teams that are going to be playing today. Enigma have got a couple of you know, interesting players themselves. Raw Fuel being one of them, who was there in the last season's MVP, and on the other side, Reckoning had Bond F on the MVP for quite a while. So you know, great players indeed on either side, but I think Enigma right now have more of a cusp on the situation than Reckoning do.
Yeah, well, we are going to be talking more about the players who are in these two amazing teams a little bit later, but let's go into the group standings to see where all the teams stand as of right now, because that there's a pretty good story to tell over there. I mean, Velocity Gaming being up there on top with 3 wins and 0 losses. That is not something that is going to be coming as a surprise to us, is it, Universe? And then we have FS Esports with 2 wins, 1 losses. They have their ups and downs, and honestly, when they were in Fangs, they had a lot to figure out. But right now, as FS, they're super strong. They're super here to stay. Then there's Weird Esports. Now, I haven't heard a lot of them, but they've still got a 1 win, 2 loss ratio, which is not that bad. And I feel like that's going to be changing really soon. So I'm looking for more of that to come. And then we have Salt Esports, Enigma Gaming, Only Friends, Susquad, and Reckoning. Enigma Gaming, 1-1 loss. They haven't played a lot of matches, just 2 so far. So this is probably going to be turning the tables. And like you said, right, you feel like Enigma Gaming is probably going to be winning this out. And I feel that way too. And once they win that out, they're going to be shooting straight up to that second or third spot. And I'm kind of waiting for that. But what do you think about the group standings, man?
I'd say this is not exactly forming up to what I would have expected before the season began. I really thought
Really?
Reckoning were going to be among the top three, at least, if not the top
Hmm.
four.
True.
I believe that they would have probably gone ahead and gotten, you know, a couple of wins early on. 2 wins I thought they would have had, but they've had 2 losses instead. And it's kind of, you know, interesting because it's still anyone's game at this point. Salt, Enigma, Only Friend, Susquad all have 2 points each. Susquad have played an extra game, but that still doesn't mean that they're out of the running. So yeah, on the other side of things, on top we've got FS Esports with a revelation. Honestly,
Mhm.
this season they've become this team that's sort of the underdog that you need to be scared of.
Yeah.
You know, they can bite you where you have no idea that you could be bitten. So
Hmm.
FS Esports definitely have a way about them, but yeah, it's all about reckoning right now. I think that they're the ones who need to find their groove into the TC
True.
Gauntlet season three. They've not really had that much of a showing so far. You know, I don't know if it's because, you know, they've had a shift of Ion coming into the roster because he filled in the role of a Jet, which I think was in a replacement for somebody who already was playing a controller role. So
Uh-huh.
kind of threw them off a bit, I feel. So it's all about that. We'll have to see how it goes though. But let's have a look at Enigma first. Let's see how exactly they're going to be lining up as the boys in pink and black have actually gone through some of the roster changes of their own. 3 players come in, 3 players gone, and this new lineup, as good as it looks on paper, you know, they're taking some time to settle in, and it looks like they finally are finding their footing on the ground with, you know, Antidote playing that controller role. You know, he's sort of taken on this new variety of himself, I feel,
Yeah.
because he not only plays controller, he can play the Sentinel, which he has as a Sage. He can play the Jet as well if required. But overall, this team, I feel, has more potential than what meets the eye. And I think that they just need time to, get better as they are right now.
True, I completely agree with that, honestly. Like, because Enigma Gaming, I mean, you know how good they've been before, and we've had so many puns about the name itself, Enigma Gaming. They always surprise you with their strategies. And yeah, God Vexy leaving the roster was probably not the best of things to have happened, but they're still finding their footing, like you said. And honestly, Raw Fuel, he's always going to be filling up that role of the Jet. And then you have these other players like Antidote, who you said is playing the Sentinel, the controller, and on top of that, he is very adaptable. He flexes and he always goes around. He can change to the Jet and he can change to any role that you throw at him. And that is what makes Enigma Gaming the way they are, because they're so flexible together as a team and they always adapt on the field. And that's kind of how you should be playing Valorant, because you never know what the opponents are going to be bringing to the table. But speaking of being, bringing to the table, the curtain call also has to be going up for Reckoning Esports, right? We also have to give them an introduction, and we're going to be going into that. And before that, we are also going to be seeing who's hit the hardest, and we're going to be seeing who's in the spotlight for Enigma Gaming. And I feel like it's gonna be Raw Fuel, but yeah, it's gonna be RBK instead, playing that Sentinel role, playing the Killjoy, with 62 kills and 58 deaths. Now, on paper, this doesn't look like that great of a statistic, but when you see him on the fields, I mean, Universe, you can agree with this, right? Like, this guy and his placement of the turret, the way he places Nanoswarm, it can deny an entry to a site so quickly, and you'll never know I hit you. You might even die to the turret.
Yeah, RVK is probably one Sentinel who could fill in the duelist role probably more so.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about being a duelist is that you have to be fast, you have to be, quick, you have to be precise, you have to be dynamic. Moving around, your movement should be good. You know how you should be good enough to think on your feet, but RVK is the kind of a slow duelist, I feel, as a Sentinel, because
Mhm.
he doesn't really have the movement qualities, but he does have utility qualities, and he has the aim of a absolute god. Honestly, with that sheriff, he's just
Ooh.
as scary as anybody is with a Vandal. And to be honest, RVK is somebody I enjoy watching. I don't know how this guy doesn't end up on the MVP standings, because he's pretty much in the top 2 or top 3 every single time. So I maybe we see him this time. Who knows? He's got pretty good stats. He's got a great sense of mind to where to play the game, how to play the game. And if Reckoning are able to counter him today, then I think Reckoning might have a chance, because RVK, I think, is probably the biggest threat on the side of Enigma.
Honestly, I completely agree with that too. Because, I mean, who else is going to be keeping those eco runs spicy if it's not going to be for RBK, right? I mean, you're right. His Sheriff one taps are immaculate. But yeah, we also, like I said, we have to also cue the curtain call for Reckoning Esports. We're going to introduce them to the audience as well. And boy, they do have an amazing lineup. And this is what I wanted to talk about a little bit. Because once we jump to that, I'm going to be showing you, because Ion Q and Bones, man. Like, when they first came in together, I'm not really sure which team it was, but I remember my buddy Assassin just introducing me to both of them, and they're like take a season, and they're really good buddies, and they're so equally good at aiming together. And I'm so happy that Ion Q is back to the roster. And man, I feel like these two guys themselves are going to be pulling off wonders.
Yeah, I have to believe as well. Iron Q's made his way back home. It's been a journey so far for this team. Bondef, Trist, Yuvin have been there for the previous season, and they made it to the playoffs pretty far as well in the lower bracket semifinal. But that was the end of their journey. And this time they've come with a revamped roster to have Sakuna in there. They have a new teammate of theirs who graduated from their academy, by the way, Reckoning Infinity, and he's had a pretty good impact playing as the controller of the team. But overall, they've not had as much impact as they should have had as a team that we saw last season completely
Mhm.
tear through the competition. But yeah, let's have a look at who's a spotlight, though, because I believe it has to be somebody who has to give RVK a run for his money, and it is going to be Trist. It's a battle of the Killjoys. The Cypher is the Sentinels today,
Yep.
and his stats are just as good as RVK's, I believe. 101 kills, 82 deaths, and the ACS of 263. The Sentinels are probably the reason why this game is considered as, you know, a
True.
utility main game, because of their utility.
Yeah.
It's as good as it gets, right? So, I mean, Trist is a guy who I think honestly can make a difference with his aim and his utility, but I think he's better off as a you know, aggressive supporting killjoy of sorts. You know what I mean? Because his
Yeah.
aggressive pushes are actually pretty great if you've noticed, and he can quite naturally be a battle sentinel if anything.
Exactly. And on top of that, like these sort of moments when people like these come on the player spotlight, that is when you truly realize what Valorant is completely about. And it's not just about the duelists. Like there are so many people out there who just come out and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna be playing the duelists. But the Sentinels, they're who make the game. They're the ones who keep it interesting. And without them, Valorant is just gonna be any other shooter. And that's what keeps Valorant fresh. But man, I'm really, really excited to see what maps these guys are going to be fighting on. So we're going to be jumping into the map beta screen in a few short seconds. And man, it honestly depends upon what maps that they've picked that brings out the strategies to life. And Bind is one of those maps that really, really, you know, talks to you because of that absence of the mid area, because you don't have a lot of space to work with. You always have to go in for rotates, and it's a really, really flying capping map. Because on the attack side of things, if you're going to be caught sleeping, if you're going to take too long, there is always going to be a train of people coming in from the other side, coming to the flank, and you're never going to be expecting it. And the fact that Enigma Gaming have picked it up, it just goes to show how good they're on the map of mine. And I've seen them play Bind so beautifully before, and I have complete faith that these guys are going to be the first map out at least. But the second map, which is going to be picked, which has been picked by Reckoning Esports, is going to be the map of Split. And that basically is one of those maps where the Sentinels, that's where they start to sing, because the amount of control over areas you can have with Sentinels is just so good on Split. And I hope that Reckoning Esports, they've got their, you know, KJ main on, they've got their game on, and if they do, Split should be going into theirs, and we might see the Haven map coming into play.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if Haven is going to be seen. I think if Enigma pick up Bind, this should be for the taking for them. But I'm, like you said, you know, Split. I'm not quite. I'm not quite convinced by the way that I've watched Enigma play on Split. I don't think I've seen them play as much. I think it's a map that they. I'm not gonna say they have a problem with, but I think they would like to avoid it if all good, right? So
True.
yeah, so it's all about how they approach these nicking corners and split. But first up, we've got their Mac Pip. Bind is getting a little bit more, you know, attention in the recent time by Enigma. It looks like they're trying to make it their home map, and it's a pretty good map for them. They've had a rather great success on it,
Mm.
and to think that, you know, we're gonna see probably a dual controller, dual initiator in the hands of Enigma could be on the cards, just because of the fact that we know, you know, Rafio. Well, to be honest, he is a crazy animal. He just runs in, finds the kills out of nowhere, and he's always got support. Sometimes even when he doesn't, it doesn't even matter. But let's go to the agent selection now, Quinn, and have a look at how these players are going to be lining up as we are entering into the game now, ladies and gentlemen, pretty quickly. Got Antidote, Rafael, and RVK locking in their picks, whereas on the other side of things, Reckoning have gone in for their insta-locks. Pretty much what we would say customary. Trist with the Killjoy. Ion Q going to be the leading spearhead for his team as a Jet. Juven, Sakuna, and Bondef with Sova, Astra, and Sky, respectively. And Enigma are going with that double initiator, double duel, double controller setup. No Sentinel for them. And that is going to be a little bit of an interesting matter,
Yeah.
because we have a Killjoy on one end, and on the other, we have, you know, somebody who has to take care of the side all by themselves. I believe that's going to be RVK. You know, on A, usually he's always there towards the showers position
True.
with the wall. He's got his, you know, poison orb towards A short on top of the boxes when they're on defense. But right now, they are going to be attacking. So it's up to RGE to try and stop them the best way they can. We're going to have to wait and see, though.
Yeah, I guess we won't have to be waiting any longer because the game's ready and we're going to be jumping straight into that. The first round, this is going to be a spicy one. And I've said this before, the first round is what kind of sets the pacing of the entire game, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
honestly, between these two lineups though, I really feel like RBK going in for the Viper. I mean, it is a pretty common pick, but I'd still prefer having that Killjoy by my side to watch the flank to, you know, do a little bit of damage, soften them up before they like rush into the site, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
So I
Let's.
mean, as far as the agent selection goes, I feel like Reckoning Esports, they've got it covered. But let's see. Like you said, right? Enigma Gaming, they have had a lot of good history on this map. And look at that. The Ultron is going to be taking the teleporter to get a little bit of information. And Reckoning Esports, they're not wasting any time. They're going to be going in for the kill, but doesn't really matter. And there we go, Tris. He's going to be starting to show off this Killjoy turret. And amazing stuff with that. The Nanostorm is going to be taking one down. There are 2 kills already, but Raw Fuel, he's starting to pump that fuel to his veins, and he's gotten 2 kills for himself to equate the balance. Spike Plant is going to be coming in, and Sukuna, he has to wait for his buddies to come back him up. Before that, they have to find out a little bit of information. RBK's right on the corner, doesn't get flash at all. He's going to be taking that as advantage to go and get him out, but it's not going to be working. 3v3 situation right now, and I think that this retake, I don't think it's going to be possible by a Reckoning, man. But okay. Okay, I guess INQ has a lot to say. He's going to be taking down RBK, and it's a 2v3 situation, Universe.
Last player standing.
It is. Sukuna's going to be taking in Rafael. He was low on HP as well. It's all down to Rexy. He's got 1 shot start, and he's going to be throwing that in, and that's going to confirm a kill. Okay, he's got stuff to work with. Rexy playing with time. He's trying to stay alive for as long as possible, and it looks like he's just done the job. Oh boy, this is going to be close. No, it's not going to be close because it's all over. Enigma win it, and they even have 2 players, the remaining 2, go down to the spike as well. So that's a clean slate for the first round. Completely wiped off on both teams, but Enigma come out on top of it. And honestly, if Rexy would have probably died even a second earlier, I think this would have probably gone the other way.
Honestly, I love this. I love how they're having a little bit of fun in the chat too. Like, they all went, I mean, I think 2 players went down showers from the side of Reckoning Esports to find out that 1 player, to find out RBK, to just hunt him down. And I love that there's a little bit of banter going on about that. But that was a really good first round for Enigma Gaming. And honestly, kudos to Rexy for clutching it out, because that presence in mind is exactly what we're looking for. And look at that Raw Fuel. He's got a lot to say yet again. He comes in, takes 2 kills to clear out B site. But is that going to be enough for the rotate? Reckoning Esports, they have to go in and protect B site right now. Tris is right around the corner with that judge. He could be the jury and the executioner, but he's not going to be risking it. He's waiting it out. He's going to be going down to elbow to figure things out a little bit more. I love how these 2 teams are playing it a little slower. Enigma Gaming with their fast rushes, and Reckoning Esports, their slow calculated moves for the retake.
I don't think this is a retake. Okay. As soon as I say I don't think so, Trish makes 1 work, but that's all it's going to be. That's a heavy investment in a round like this. When you're in an eco, having to buy a judge is probably a little bit of a costly choice. They've gone in for that force for at least, you know, at least only 1 player did. That was Tris, but he got the benefits of it. At least 1 kill comes back, and he's going to be playing with that judge yet again. And now we've got Enigma with a bonus run in their hands, which is going to be fulfilled by 2 players finding their reinvestments in the form of Hika and Rafael with the Vandals. And that should be serving to the purpose that they want to, you know, try and make these 2 make all the heavy do all the heavy lifting. And Enigma are doing that towards B right now.
I mean, think about it. It's Raw Fuel picking up a Vandal. Like, do we even have any doubts? It's going to be going in. It's going to probably be picking up a couple of clean kills yet again. But it's going to be a B take yet again. It's only RBK who's lurking there around A side to give off a little bit of information, to throw them off a little bit. It's not going to be working much, but this Astral Stars have come down. The smoke has come in, and Tris is going to be moving in to take a better position. His utilities are there to give him whatever information that he needs when that push is going to be coming in. And that is going to be enough to push Enigma back off a little bit. RBK is down there in showers, waiting for somebody to come in. But Spike is all the way around the B side universe. I feel like it's going to be a B commit. But we may never really know. They could always go in for that bamboozle play, can't they?
Oh, yeah. Okay. But right now, Bondef is going to find RVK. He expected him to walk in as soon as that flash was popped, and it gave him no information.
Oh, no. It's a disaster waiting to happen, man.
Oh, boy. Rafael, he's going to find the 1 and only trade so far, and he's taken up U-Haul control, so that should give him a bit of room to play with. And Rafael, not looking in the right direction, is going to get caught off. Bondef and Juven find their kills each, and it's going to be Reckoning to put up their first round as the Byron comes to fruition, and Enigma have no problem losing out the bonus. I think they would have wanted a plan to go down, but they're good enough, I feel.
Yeah, good enough indeed. But yeah, that was like looking at a disaster waiting to happen. I mean, the timing was just completely off. RBK going down at that particular moment should have been like a huge red flag. That would have been like a beacon for them to go away. They should have gone in for that rotate, but no, it's still fine. It's still Gucci because they've still got their economy still super strong. But they've chosen to go in for that eco anyway. Partial eco on top of that. Anti and RBK, they're gonna go in for sheriffs, and RBK is gonna be buying that full shield. Rexy, in turn, has gone in for that Spectre and a half shield, and there is a frenzy to keep things spicy a little bit. Rawfield, he's just gonna be relying on his raw aim, going in for a classic. Let's say he might switch it up towards the end, but a classic and full shield? Let's see how that's gonna be working out for him, because right now the economy is only low. I mean, not even that much. This round is the only one that is gonna be costing them, and there's gonna be a 2-2. They're gonna be making up for it in the later rounds.
I think that armor is not for the classic, my guy. It's for his ultimate. I think he's gonna be popping his knives.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
Nice
he's
catch.
gonna be popping his knives, and the small little pause that has come in from the side of RGE. Unfortunately, they have a bit of a tech issue. Not uncommon, but right now I just wanna consider the fact that Raw Fuel and his knives are a thing of marvel, to be honest. They're really scary at times. He's already popped off. He's already onto 7 kills in 3 rounds. And he looks like he wants more towards B long, and he's got competition there. Gonna pull him out, and he's going straight in. Ion's here. And out of hands, though. That recon gonna get blown away. Is he gonna get these kills? He's got baited out, and that's the perfect bait and switch setup from Ion. And Juven is gonna take a bit of damage. He's gonna be okay. And just like that.
Honestly, I love how Rexy was just standing around there in the corner going like, did you have to really go for that push? But he's gonna be making up for it. It takes 1 kill. But 1 kill is not gonna be enough to balance things out, because Bondip is gonna be trading him out instantly. 3v4 situation that the spike control is still with them, but that's not gonna be enough because the location almost got revealed. But that Trailblazer just lost its footing towards the end, which is good news for Enigma Gaming, but now they're a little bit confused. They don't know what strategy to go in for, how to take control of site, but they're still playing it slow. They're not going for aim duels, which I love.
Well, they are moving in towards B. They've got a couple of weapons to work this out, and now they're being spotted out by Juven.
30 seconds
they're
left.
Closing in. Oh boy, they spot even Bondef out. Bondef was almost about to die. And Juven's recon is going to be of only 1 use, and that's 1 person towards Cubby. He's stuck in a really bad position, and he's going to get taken out. RBK Sheriff sings, and it sings twice. And that's all they needed. Hika's going to get the flank going down. And with that, somehow, Enigma's patience pays off as they find a beautiful round. At least so far.
I mean, this is exactly why their name is Enigma, right? You never know what they're going to be pulling out of their pockets. Ooh, Sukuna, he's going to be coming out of that smoke and just taking RBK clean off. He has little idea that Hika is right around the corner. Hika, however, is not going to be pushing through that smoke into sight. He's going to be going all the way around elbow, I feel. No, he's gone into sight. He's waiting for Sukuna to turn around. He knows exactly where he is, but no, Anki's going to be finishing him off. He has faith in his buddy. He's just going to be leaving it up to him to take out the last remaining player. With that, it's going to be the 3rd round onto the board, and what a it was. I mean, it was technically a thrifty round. They didn't go in for a full buy, but they still managed to pick up a gun, and they got the round together for themselves. And that was really, really risky, because I love the fact that they, played the patience game. They kept Reckoning on their toes, because Reckoning had no idea where they were going to be pushing in from, and once they did go in for that push, the smokes just worked out beautifully for them.
Yeah, most certainly did. They played it so well. They tried to throw in the element of confusion. They pretty much bit that bait. And now, because of that, Reckoning are on an eco. And B-Long, yet again, a point of attraction. And the knives this time on the outside for Ion. They're gonna probably be of some use. Raw Fuel, though, he's taking out 1, he's taking out 2. And just like that, the B side is open for Enigma. There is Trist over here who's made his way already as a rotation, but all he has to defend is a Frenzy. And Ion's already lost 4 of his blades. He needs to connect one head to make it work, but Enigma are already far away gone from this side, all the way to A.
Oh, I love this, man. I love the fact that even though they got a really good entry into B side, they were like, you know what? Let's keep them confused. Put a flash in a B side, and we're gonna rotate all the way around to A, because that's gonna be ours they're taking. And sure enough, it is. Sukuna is right around the corner, and still Enigma Gaming, they're gonna be checking all the corners as is customary. But now they've got to play the waiting game. They've got to wait for the retake to come in, and Sukuna, in my opinion, is going to be the first one to go down, and there we go. No, Ion is going to be coming in to help his buddy out there with the Sheriff to take out Raw Fuel. Already things are starting to go awry. Enigma Gaming, they should be a little bit scared because the shots have to connect, and boy, they are going to connect. Rexy's going to be good for one. Hika takes out the second, but Ion is still playing. He's still got his blade arm, probably like one blade, but no. He's just going to be able to take down one. And RBK, knowing that Ion is already really low, he's just going to be pulling out his classic and finishing the deed. 1-4 in the scorecards, and that is not that. That's a pretty good lead. Not that bad. Now, if they keep this momentum going, Enigma Gaming is gonna have a really good time on the defense.
Yeah, that is true. You know, Bind is a map that I think, to be honest, it's a little more fairly balanced than I would say. I think attacking is a attribute on Bind that is favored, I think, more because of the teleporters. But at the same time, I would say that because of the fact that defenders have got a more safer rotation pattern, and you can have flanks come in because no sentinel available on Enigma, could give RG a bit of a hope to, you know, try and make this half at least maybe 7-5, if not worse. So Rexy playing this really safe. He knew exactly that the push was coming in, and he tags INQ and tells him to go right back. Antidote has been spotted out towards A long showers, so Enigma are trying to make things work in a really, you know, confused manner. They're trying to throw every single piece of information they can on every single avenue of the map, and as a result, here it comes. There's the Defender Killjoy locked on, and here comes the Hunter's Fury, and that's gonna come off some success. Rexy is gonna take down the lockdown as well as take down the player with it. And that's gonna be all they need. Bondef behind that Viper wall is gonna get one because he sneaked in. That's all he's gonna find. Hika's gonna take him out as Ion and Juven have been left in a 3 versus 2 situation, stacked against them. And the retake not looking as favorable as it should be.
But I still feel like they'll be able to pull it off, because although Juven has given off his location, he's got an operator waiting right there. Like I said, gonna be going in for that wall bang and landing a clean shot, a clean kill. And like that is gonna be a 2v2, and I feel like Reckoning could have this in the bag, because that operator is gonna be covering the angles that Juven is not gonna be able to cover. That Vandal is gonna be singing Runders, and there you go. There's the second one, and here comes the third. Any time right now. If only Rexy could play the shock dart game and kill the diffuser right now, he will be able to manage to save the round. But no, Ion is just too quick. With his operator, he's gonna be flexing, he's gonna be flicking all across the map, and he's gonna be getting that kill. 2-4 the scorecards, but honestly, Reckoning Esports, the way Juven and, you know, Ion Q came back with that retake, that was just beautiful. Like, they had no business winning that out. It was a 2v3, but that operator, the way he stood his ground on towers, waiting for his buddy to get out any information at all, and the way the utilities are used, this is exactly why Reckoning Esports is going to be giving Enigma Gaming a run for their money.
Indeed they are. This has to be, you know, a half for, I believe, Reckoning, where they can... Okay. It's alright, Juven. The best of us have a bit of a tough time with those recons sometimes. RVK, he's got pressure on his toes, and they're gonna stamp it a lot harder. Raw Fuel this time with his judge is gonna take out Sukuna. Nothing he could do about it, as Ion is left in this corner towards A main. A showers both of these players, by the way, Bondef and Ion. And Enigma actually do not want to fight them. They want to tell them, you can keep as much of showers as you want. We're not in the mood for a bath right now.
Man, I love this. They pushed them back at the showers. They got the information to win for the plan, and all they have to do is wait for them to walk into the crosshair. And Raw Fuel, there you go. Gets the second kill. Gonna be going for that third.
Right here.
But he's not gonna be peeking anytime right now. He knows Juven is right around the corner. Ion, he has to be good for 1 kill at least and gets a beautiful dashing
Player
kill.
standing.
And Reckoning Esports, they're making it work, man. They're getting the kills. Hika left out in a collapse situation. He has a Vandal to his name. He can be getting that kill. That shot has been missed. He's gonna be getting the first and the second and a spray down. And he's gonna be good for that operator as well. Honestly, that lineup, Reckoning Esports, man, when you're faced off against Hika, you don't want to be standing in front of each other. He can take you both down in one spray.
Oh, I mean, if Ion hadn't shot that, you know,
Yeah.
one bullet, I think he would have probably found it. I should have expected Hika to probably do that fake, you know, jiggle to try and bait out the shots. But I think Ion, last time he held his nerve, this time he couldn't. It's pretty much, literally exactly how the last round happened, by the way.
Standing ahead.
It was the
Indeed.
exact same thing. But, yep, right now.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh.
RBK, hello?
Excuse
Why did he?
me?
He did not fire. Did he just?
Yeah. I think he
He went
just
to
needs a little
sleep.
bit of food, man. Like, don't we all? But yeah, like he really, literally just left off over there. But look at the flashes coming in from the side of Reckoning Esports. There, it's gonna be pushing Anti back, but Anti is gonna be good for it anyway. Comes back and slaps Bondif across the face for flashing him with that bird. It's like, you don't do that to me. And Trist, he's going in troubled waters right now. Rexy's gonna be good for 1 kill. There you go. He's just walking clean into Rexy's crosshairs. That was a really risky push to make it, especially when you're in an eco. But it's still fine because they've gotten 1 trade and on. He has to be getting this first kill, but no, he misses all of his trades. Oh, Fulizaki's gonna be punishing that. It's gonna be like, you've been a bad boy with this blaze. Now I'm not gonna be missing my shots. I feel bad for him, man. Ion Q had high hopes of like, okay, I'm gonna be taking this aggressive stance and I'm gonna be making good for it, but nah, man. Here comes a retake situation as the plant's gonna be coming down.
30 seconds left.
Oh my God! All right, let's see what you got here, Juven. You do have a ultimate available, but I don't think you're gonna be good enough to
Player
use
standing.
it. And Sukuna's not gonna be good enough for his own life, as Juven is gonna go down to Antidote. That's gonna be round number 6 for the side of Enigma. The attackers are taking over the entire game right now, and I really don't think it's a good thing for Reckoning to, you know, maybe try and be a little bit, you know, down to the books right now. It's time to do something different, and for good reason. They've pulled out this timeout. This is probably the right time for them to try and make a move to try and get back into the game, because 6-6 would probably be the most ideal score that they could have gotten against against Enigma in the first half. And that should start by winning out this round, because they do have an operator online. They're going to have a full buy coming in. And the only thing that they need to consider is the fact that they've got half armor on 2 players, but it's just about playing a little bit more safely. They did those, you know, couple of bait and switch plays that really worked out in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they need to make some more of those happen. Now, don't be afraid to take risks, you know, because you never know how you could actually make it work. You just need to know how to execute it properly when a team like Enigma is up against, you know, maybe stack 3 towards B long and then make a 3-man bait and switch. And, you know, that kind of works, and leave utility of the Sentinel towards Hookah to try and hold them off for as long as possible to not push in from there. And the remaining 2 could hold on towards A, because they've got a Viper as well. Sorry, they've got a, you know, Astra, they've got a Sky. They can make a lot of things work here. It's just about trying to explore your options differently. It looks like Trist is going to be doing that. He's set up for the U-Haul position for danger. He's going to just tear through anybody who dashes in, and probably Raphael. But already, as you speak about it, Enigma have torn through one of their players, and that's Ion Q. The operator has been silenced pretty immediately.
I'm liking their setup, but I really think that Reckoning Esports are way better with the retakes than they are with the holdowns. I feel like they should be putting 4 players, maybe 3 players on the side of B, and then coming for the retake on the side of A, because you have more space to work around with. But Enigma Gaming, they're just going to be playing the mind games over here. RVK is going to be popping his Viper's Pit, but I feel like it could be another bait and switch. I feel like they're going to be going in for an A push, but no, they're going to be coming into that push. Trist is going to be good for 1, and he's going to be finding the location of the spike, and that is going to be good news for his teammates. But no, he's taking a lot of damage from the Nanoswarm, and Brexy and Raphael here are going to be stepping up to their games and getting those kills for themselves. And look at that Bondef, he's coming from towers. He's going to be good for 1. Spike Clan has gone down. He's going to be good for 2. Gonna be spraying that down just to be sure, just a teensy bit. 2v2 situation right now. Oh wow, there's information on both ends and they kind of have to play in the pit right now. RBK, he has to be the god of the pit or else he's gonna be going down, but no, Juven, he's gonna be coming in and getting that kill. And Bondev, his aim's gonna be true and he's gonna be deleting Rexy from towers over there. And it's a clean defuse for them. Really well played out by Reckoning Esports, and it was well thought out in my opinion, Universe. Like, they didn't overextend, they weren't rushing things, they came into the retake, they played it slow, and that's exactly what Enigma Gaming is trying to not let them do. They're trying to keep them on their toes and keep them confused. But right now, Reckoning Esports are like, enough of the confusion. We're just gonna be playing it slow, understanding what you're doing, coming in spite of your Viper spin, and we're gonna be taking you down.
Checking the situation.
Reckoning somehow pull out another 3v2 retake. That's not supposed to be happening. Enigma gave away those kills pretty much, unbothered. Don't really know how that happened, but it was not supposed to happen. And now they've got an advantage. Now they've got something to work with, and that's the operator. And that's gonna be going straight into use. First kill comes out of it. Now they've got... Oh boy, okay, Juven completely aware of the fact that Rafael would have pushed up over there. And he's gonna take him down as well. Ika, he's got information, but he's not got too much of it. But the Seekers will give it. And oh, Ion focusing on somebody to jump through the smoke. Did not expect somebody would be on top of the boxes in hookah. That's gonna cause a little bit of a trouble. 3v4 is still possible for the side of Enigma. Just being a man down is a little bit of a troubling situation. And now, they're gonna face off this 3-man push coming in from elbow. And Hika's actually gonna take down one. That recon's gonna hit the shoulder of Tristan. That's gonna help them take out another. And just like that, it looks like it's about the players, about the team which has the man disadvantage that always seems to be winning these situations. It was RGE until now, getting the 2v3s. This time in the 3v4, looks like it's gonna be Enigma. But Juven has something to say about it. He's gonna take down one. Flash comes in, time's running out, nothing they can do. Taking the defuse even now is gonna be a little bit of a turmoil as they run straight in, and Enigma are gonna be cleaning up every single bit of it. And even though they're cleaned up themselves, it is another time rundown of a round.
Yep, 10th round has come into play, and it's a 3-7 on the score. Man, 3 more rounds. If Enigma Gaming can pull together for themselves, it's gonna be a job well done for them, and I don't think they're going to be fretting at all, because on the defensive side of things, I mean, yeah, you can call it a balanced map, but you really have to be using your smokes for those attacks, for those takes, for those executes, and if you're not going to be doing that, you're not going to be able to pull it off. And in gaming, they're doing it pretty well. Now it all boils down to how good Reckoning Esports are going to be on their attack side, because I've seen Enigma Gaming's defense before in Mind Man. They're really good, and I feel like Reckoning Esports, they got the slight disadvantage when it comes to the map over here. So, anyway, we'll see. Reckoning Esports, they've come in with a new roster, a fairly new roster, and I hope that they're going to be able to make it count. And look at this, Bondev is going to be going in for a really aggressive push, trying to get a kill. But no, that gun greed is going to be instantly punished by Enigma Gaming, and Rafael, he's going to be punished because he gets one kill and dashes into hookah to get the second, but no, he's going to be denied of that 2v3 situation right now. The side of B has been completely given away to Enigma Gaming, but Sukuna is going to be coming around the corner from elbow to take a little bit of the control back. Tris, he's still hoping for a rotate to come in, but buddy, I feel like you're a little too late for that. I feel like the control oversight of B has come into play, and you have to go in to help your buddy Sukuna up there. Let's see how they're going to be playing it out. Spike Plan's going to be coming in. Sukuna, he can't really do much in this situation. He has a classic. He's trying to pull up a few shots, a few flicks over here. First is going to be missing, and Rexy's not going to be missing. He takes out the first. Anti is going to be coming out from Hookah and taking Tris clean out. That was such a clean round from Enigma Gaming.
Yeah, it most certainly was. Given that it wasn't eco, they were made to sweat a little, but not too much. It was just about what they expected. To win the round is what they wanted, and that's what they're going to get. And, I mean, to be honest, Quain, as a person who is on RGE right now, if you, what would you do in this situation? You're 8-3 down. It's the last round. Desperate buys, half armors, operator, whatever you can get and accumulate.
Yeah.
How do you turn this to an 8-4 half and not let it go 9-3 when you know Enigma are in the driving seat and you can't even reach the seatbelt at this point?
Pretty much. I mean, I love how Enigma Gaming, they're getting individual map control And then instantly, once they get that map control, they're like throwing a few utilities down there just to keep that in their control. They're going back, they're playing a little bit of mind games, they're eking players out of their positions, they're getting those kills, and then they're going in for their proper executes. They're literally whittling down the numbers of Reckoning Esports before they go in for their kills. And look at this, Rexy is going to be caught off guard. Information has been given, but it doesn't really matter because Enigma Gaming, they're going in for a take on the side of A, and Sukuna has no idea that RBK is already decided along with his buddy over there. Once they push into that Viper wall, he's as good as dead.
My
Sukuna,
God.
oh, there you go. There comes the first kill.
Oh
Rafael is going to be good for the first, and oh my God, backside has been leaked. Universe, this is just Reckoning Esports caught sleeping just a teeny tiny bit. Ayan is going to be good for one, but is that all? Because Rafael is right around the corner with his Vandal. That operator, he needs a little bit of support to help that operator sing, and that support is going to be coming in. And from Juven comes in and takes out Rafael, but it's a 3v4 situation with so many smokes on site. A little bit confusing, but nonetheless, they're going to be going for that retake. Ayan is going to be good for one, but the location has been given out. The Hunter's Fury is going to be finding his mark. Takes out a little bit of his HP. 3v2 situation, and in gaming, they don't have the player advantage. Anti and Rexy, they have to go in for the save. They have to go in and save the spike, that is. But Rexy has already been given away. Ayan is going to be good for one, and Tris is going to be getting the second. And the spike has already been half stuck, so that's an easy spike to beat for them. 4-8 on the scorecards, and we're saying that it might be on 3-9, but damn. Reckoning Esports, they came in clutch, but 3-9, I mean 4-8 on the scorecards is still not that great of a score, and it should really be that case. I mean 4-8 if Reckoning Esports were on the attack side of things. But right now, Enigma Gaming, they're on the defensive side, and those entries, they have to be good on Reckoning's hands. Otherwise, it's going to be game over for them.
Yep. They have to be a little bit more careful, Reckoning. Rounds like these are what they need. Work as a team, trying to make a difference in the way that they play around with, you know, not just their utility, but with the way that they cover each other's back. Call-outs, communication, getting the right timing on the opponents to try and fight them more as a team than individually. What they need right now, and this pistol is probably going to be the start of it. They need to find this pistol in order to make a difference. And that's what they're going to try.
Scanning ahead.
Enigma. They have information. They've seen at least one. They know that there's two here, based on bullet sounds at least. As they cleared out. Okay, Hika's actually cleared out most of the hookah position, so that's going to give him room to play with, and that's information to work with. As RVK finds a little bit more, and things are, you know, boiling down to the 30-second mark, I think, where the executes are going to be coming in from Reckoning, but where are they going to go?
Deploying drone.
Alright. Long seems to be of attraction. They're moving in straight over there. Hika's holding down hookah for anybody to come in. And the only thing that we need to consider right now is whether or not we can see somebody make a difference on the side of Reckoning. They're dashing straight in. A lot of recon going back and forth, information being exchanged. And we have a huge upset over here. They've already lost a man, so Antidote is going to go down. No more smokes to work with. Two players already low, and they're eating a lot more damage. Straight in. They're going for this fight. Elbow's been taken over. Sakuna's going to find one. Rafio getting another in return, but it's still not good enough. Okay, getting one more Juven, and he's going to find a second. Okay, RGE turned this round around somehow. I really thought Enigma were going to actually defend it, but, well, they pull it out. Well, you know, considering the fact that there is one variable that could come into play is the fact that if Enigma do try to force into this round, it probably is not going to work out for them, but it is a bold move that I think they could go with. Just because of the fact that if they play as a team towards one side and abandon the other, you know, take a gamble, it could work out for them, but it's not going to be the case right now. They are pushing up towards A short though, and RVK actually has a lot of information in terms of sound cues. They are moving straight in. Oh boy, RVK turns around for the at the wrong time, and he's gonna get taken out. An Antidote, oh no. Damage, and further damage taken on under his feet to his face, and that's gonna be his death. Rexy's gonna be the only One, okay, not the only one. The set among two people to find a kill, and they make it work. That crossfire so beautifully orchestrated by Rexy and Hika. They're going straight towards the A side as a result. RGE, 2 players left, and the only thing Rafael needs to do right now is wait. He needs to wait, and he needs to make sure that his teammates come in so that he can fight together. But they're forcing the issue on him, and he's got support at the right time. Bondev takes out one. He's looking for the second, but Rexy is the hero of that round with 4 kills to his name. And he's pulled out everything that he needs to in order to make that round work. Pistol kills, coming in for a huge rotate. And that's Spectre to finish it off. What a beautiful run from Enigma as they pull out a Thrifty.
Man, I had a little bit of network issue myself, but it looks like Enigma had no issue taking back that round. Reckoning, they came in with good ideology, but Enigma Gaming, they're just too good for them. And honestly, the way that the site was held down, the way that A side was held down just from that lamps area, just how they were playing it out, that honestly goes to show, right, how Enigma Gaming can like just think on their feet. And I love the fact that Raw Fuel managed to hold him off just for long enough for the backup to come in, and the backup came in at the right time. If the timing was even a teensy bit off, Raw Fuel would have felt the entire wrath of Reckoning Esports.
Yeah, I mean, you have to consider that, you know, when there's rounds like these, you don't really split up because on an eco, you never know what you can expect from pistols, right? You always want to stick together when you're up against an eco. You make sure that none of your players lose out their weapons because that's exactly what throw away the round, you know, particularly because as soon as they take out that person, they're going to go and look for that weapon. They pick it up, they have a fighting chance. And for Enigma, that's pretty much all they need at times. And with this timeout, Reckoning have to consider what their options are because round number 10 right now, Quaint, looks almost inevitable. You know, just as good as, you know, we've seen anything from Enigma, this is going to be, you know, the same because they've got weapons. They've got everything to work with. They have utility, and they're facing off against a bunch of pistols. And being on the defense makes it a little bit more easier for them because, you know, it's lines that they will not cross the attackers, some lines at least. Right now, Ion's looking to cross some lines. He runs straight in towards B-Long. A B push coming in straight up from these players. Trist is the only one again towards Hika, and Hika is completely aware of that fact. Have got a bit of a stalemate now as RG actually decides to go back.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, I feel like this is going to be Enigma's run. I mean, even though they have the economic advantage, but still, Reckoning Esports, they have to be going for that rotate because of the amount of audio notification they've given out on B side. They're still waiting down there on B lobby, on B main, waiting for somebody to push out of Hookah. But Enigma Gaming, they're going to give Reckoning Esports all the respect that they deserve. And I hope that they're going to be utilizing that and probably not going to be going in for Hookah. Because if you go in for that Hookah push, you're as good as dead. Because Rexy and Hika are right around the corner to take you down. The information has been given in. The rush is going to be coming in. Rafael's going to be good for one. Spectre's going to be singing. Hika's right around the corner. He believes in his teammate. Rafael's going to be good for a second. Hika comes in, takes down the Spiker. Rexy comes in with 2 kills. And a flawless round. The push was really ambitious, but man, the timing was just a teensy bit off from Reckoning Esports. Utilities, they had not a lot of money for, and they didn't have a lot to work around with. They tried their best, but man, those classics can really let you down sometimes.
I mean, how much can they actually hold up unless you're in a, you know, face-to-face, like in a Mexican standoff, like, you know, 2 meters away from each other's faces? That's the only time I think classics would actually work, but there are, you know, these extremities that come into place where classics just, you know, work at, I don't know, 40 meters of a distance. You burst and they actually give 156 damage. I don't even know how that works, but sometimes you just gotta have a lucky day, I feel, right? So,
yeah, especially in the classics, you kind of have to pray to the Valorant gods for it to work out, but it's all it boils down to. You never know what that right click spray, how it's gonna be coming out, whether it's gonna be coming in as a like a right angle triangle or what triangle, I have no idea, but it comes out in some weird angles. I really don't know what happens when you right click on that classic.
Yeah, for now though, the right clicks are going to be coming in for ADSs if at all, and Antidote's looking to stop it from happening towards A short, but what he doesn't know is that players have crept him behind him, but he's looking in the front and he's getting kills. He's got one, He's getting a lot of bullets being spammed in his direction.
Oh, no.
RVK, oh my god, RVK. This is all for yours. This is all yours, RVK. He finds two and takes out his knife for some odd reason.
Oh
But
my
that's
God.
okay. He's done his job. It's a 3v1. And Ion's left in a situation where these clutches... Well, we saw one happen earlier today. But I
What?
fucking know. What are you doing? Enigma, what are you doing? What was that?
Oh,
Why?
that was so
Why are they
close.
jumping around? Why were they jumping around? What?
My heart. No, I can't take this. That was way too close for comfort, universe. And exactly, I had the exact same question in my mind. Why were those guys jumping around and like on each other? On top of that, like it was about time that Ion came out of that corner and took both of them down. They were like, he was like, "What exactly are you guys doing?"
I mean, they did know that they were exposed from hookah. I mean, you hold.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They should have known, and they're just jumping like. I mean, okay, I guess.
Sometimes just makes you go crazy, dude. What do I tell you?
I
babe?
mean,
my way.
fair enough, I guess. But right now, Rafio's the one going crazy. Gonna get an easy pick, and this should be the segue to match point, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
One kill. Need to find a lot more. Ion is having his blades only to play with, and Hika's pushed up from his usual nest of play. He's gonna be causing a lot more damage than they would have expected. Rexy's drone clears out so much more potential of information. He spots
Oh, no.
three,
Oh,
and
no.
that's all they needed. Look at the rotations coming in. Enigma are tearing them apart from the mines, but
What?
somehow Chris just flicks
I
onto the head
will
of Hika,
try.
and that just happened. So okay, Hika just his position completely nullified from any sort of value. And now they know that there's only two players towards A, one towards B. What they don't know is that there's actually an extra one holding down with the operator on top. And oh my god, the chaos is too much. RVK comes on top of it, gets one. Ion's gonna find two of his own. Rafio's gonna find the trade. 2v2.
30 seconds
Ultimate's
left.
available on the defense.
One enemy
Oh my
remaining.
god, okay.
Spike down A.
All right, Rafio. Beautiful. And the positioning. No!
What? Oh my god. I cannot take this. There's too many hard risks in casting this, man. Like, I probably am just gonna fall off my chair at this point. That was too close for comfort. And Rexy, can you please unbind your jump from your scroll wheel?
I mean,
What? That was too close, man. I mean, that happens to me too. I keep it bound to
if
my scroll
Rexy
wheel as
would have
well.
died there, I would have probably hit Alt F4. I would have just gotten like, no, I'm
Oh
done.
my god. Yeah, that was way too close. I mean, the entire spray was basically a trail behind the other dude. And then once he comes in and he's like, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a hop over here, which honestly made my heart hop more than anything. But look at this aggressive stance that Ion has. His location has been given out. Rawfield knows of this, but he is not going to be over-aggressing. He's standing there by his side, by Hika's side, waiting for them to push in. Trade is definitely going to be coming in, and this is the match point. Reckoning Esports, they have to be playing this wise, and this is what they're going to be doing. Trailblazer's going to be coming out to take a little bit of information. Rawfield's going to be missing the first, but he's going to be going in for that kill anyway. Smokes have come in.
Destroyed.
Wisely placed. I love how that smoke basically comes in from Antidote, and he's just like, you know what? You stay back. You have your blazers, but you stay back. You're not going to be pushing that. Takes away vision from Rawfield, which is a good thing, to be honest, in this case. But Enigma Gaming, they're looking to end things. They're going for that rush, and it's probably going to be a flank all the way from A side. I mean, B side, but Juven, he expects that. Gets one kill on Rawfield. He knows a few other players are there. Flash is going to be coming in, but not good enough. Hika, however, is going to be able to land that shot, gets that kill. 4v4 situation. Spike plant hasn't come in yet. Rexy might be good for one kill, and there you go. He's going to be taking Sukuna out. 3v4 situation. The ultimates,
30
they're going to be
seconds left.
singing. Rexy's going to be good for a second, and before you know it, the attacker culture lockdown has come in to give Reckoning Esports a little bit of a breathing room, but I don't think it's going to be enough, universe, because there comes Antidote. Gets the kill, gets taken, gets locked down, but okay, it's all up to Bond to help him out, but no, Anti has complete faith in his teammates, which is why he went in for that. That was a Hail Mary of a play, man. He went in, and he's like, you know what? I don't care if there's a lockdown. I'm going to be locking you down. Goes in, gets the kill, gets locked down, and
Defenders win.
he knows that there are 3 players who's going to be backing him up to take it all away.
Indeed, and just like that, Enigma completely dismantled the side of Reckoning. 13-5, ladies and gentlemen. A scoreline that I think shouldn't have come across against a team like Reckoning. but it did, and it's something that we have to take into consideration of the fact that the new Reckoning isn't really performing as we would have
Yeah.
expected them to, right? Let's have a look at the match highlights though, and consider all the variables that went into this match because the thing about this match particularly, I believe
Uh-huh.
that Reckoning, I think, should have had a lot more bandwidth to play with if they had tried
Yeah.
different stuff. They had room to play. I agree. Enigma is a aggressive team. They like to take map control. They're the ones who established the map control with not just their utility, but with that one man push of raw fuel. He is pretty
I
much like
swear.
a assassin owl drone, if anything, right? Because he can fly
Honestly.
and he can kill. So, and he can kill everybody. He
Yeah.
literally kills everybody. He's just
Basically,
crazy.
I swear. I mean, if the owl drone had a gun on it, that would be raw fuel. You're not wrong. That's
Yeah.
basically what it boils down to. And he played his role beautifully. He went in, got the entries, and honestly shut down Reckoning. And Reckoning wasn't expecting that. And you're right. They had so many avenues to play around, but they had so many ways that they could have fallen back and come in with rotates, retakes. They could have played with their smokes. They did play with their smokes, but not in the right ways. They were going the textbook way. And Enigma Gaming on the map of Bind, they're just too good with the textbook ways. They're way beyond that. They've evolved. They know the textbook ways, and they've created their own devious plans to take control of site, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I feel like it's all about the one thing that I think actually would work against Enigma would be these. I'm gonna say it again as well. The bait and switch setups. I've seen Raw Fuel fall for it multiple times. Raw Fuel. Because he pushes in alone. He's a one-man target who actually gets every single kill that he literally lays his eyes upon. He is a murderous little guy who runs around all by himself, and he's let the freedom to do whatever he wants by his own team and also by the opponent. And that's a really bad thing because I think the one guy, if they had curbed, would have been Rofio. It would have been a lot easier. I know RVK is the guy who I said would be, a guy really difficult to stop. But today, he hasn't shown up as much as we would have expected him to, right? He didn't really have a great game, but he did his job as the Viper. And he pretty much allowed his team to work around with his utility more than his kills, and that's all they needed. But rounds like these where he was required the most, he got 2 kills, right? And that's all they needed. It was a 3v3. It became a 3v1 in literally less than 2 seconds. And Enigma, they capitalized upon it. 3 players left against 1. What would you expect? Obviously, it's going to be the 3 to win in most cases, at least.
Yeah.
And I think that the one difference that these guys should have, probably done is to curb right there that MVP raw fuel. 23 kills for that man, and you can see it in Enigma's scoreboard itself that everybody contributed. 23 on raw fuel, 18 on Rexy, 15 on Hika, 11 on the Astra Antidote, and 7 on RVK. But I'm just gonna consider this as a comparison because you look at the other side coin. 24 for Ion. He's the match MVP.
Yeah.
He is the guy with the most number of kills. He's got a higher ACS as well. But his team is not really, up to where he was today. They've not really given as much of a performance as a team. It was more of an individual thing. And that's exactly where I said those bait and switch techniques, those pushing together as a team techniques, those, setting up the opponent for a fake defensively technique comes in because, those are things that you can do as well. But Reckoning, well, whatever happened today, right now, at least in this map, was not the Reckoning that we actually know and have seen before.
Yeah, and on top of that, when I saw Ion and Bones together, I was like, oh, this is something that I've been waiting to see. And they haven't delivered on the first map. And like I said, right, on the map of Bind at least, I mean, you can feel it in your bones. You've seen Enigma playing and going wild at the map of Bind. It's kind of, I'm going to call it their home map because the amount of effort and the amount of work they've put into the map of Bind, it is deserved. It deserves to be called the home map of Enigma Gaming because you've seen the way they've played before. You've seen the way they've played right now, and that goes to show. And Reckoning Esports, they had a lot to live up to, and they couldn't really put up the entire performance that Enigma was putting up for them. And it honestly is going to be boiling down to the second map. And Speaking of which, the second map does have to be set up, and we are going to be coming back really shortly. But until then, you can go down to the description box and check out the amazing offers by our sponsors, Crucial and LG Ultragear. But until then, we will be right back.
legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LT Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial, with apparel partners as 656 and Cosmic Byte as our accessories partner. We had a pretty interesting first map of the day, University NV. On the map of Bind, Enigma Gaming showed their true dominance, and they showed exactly what they're all about. And we kind of expected this from the beginning. We've seen Enigma Gaming play on the map of Bind before, and we saw right through this, and Reckoning Esports sadly could not, clearly. But on the map of Split, you have your doubts too, so do I, and we have no idea who's going to be winning it out on this one, because at the end of it all, it comes down to how the Sentinels are going to be placing their utilities, how they're going to be playing around with map control, and it honestly is going to be, I'm going to be leaving it up to time to show which team has that nailed down better.
Yeah, I think that if you consider a certain aspect of Reckoning is that these guys, they have their set, pieces, I believe, in terms of really, really down to the earth, ground level plays that they are comfortable with. And if it doesn't go their way, I don't really see them trying to shift things up to try and find new avenues to work with. They do go aggressive. They do have, different kinds of setups, I believe, on the defense. But right now, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them because Split is a map where you need dynamics to work in your favor. You need people who have good movement. Bond F is one of those players. If he plays a raise, I think that Reckoning will definitely have a chance, a shot at trying to face off Enigma until the very end, because Enigma, with the momentum that they have, they can run right on this map as well. But I think if Reckoning want to make a difference, they need a raise in the lineup. And I think Bondef is a guy who can play that really well. We've seen him play it before. He's done an absolute wonderful job last season as a secondary duelist / the initiator. But this season, he's been focused more on playing the guy than, earlier on as his in his career.
Yeah.
But let's see how it works out, though. We're going to have to wait until we see the agent selection screen come up, which is going to be in just a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen. As we move in, we're going to see if it's going to be double duelist, double initiator, double sentinel for all we care. What is it going to be? Let's find out. As the players are locked and loaded, and we've got Vipers locking in, we've got Astras locking in. Bondef is actually going for that Sky because Trist is filling in for the raise. Now, this is something I like. More interesting. No raise for the side of Enigma, but I don't think that they even need it. Nobody, honestly, I don't think anybody there has the bandwidth to play a raise on their side, except for Hika. And I think he would probably be more comfortable playing that Sky role because they need an initiator. They need somebody who can send in a hound to try and find space, to try and find information. A blinding bird that goes straight in and literally takes your eyeballs out. And not to forget the cabbages that follow you across the map.
Yeah, so it's pretty much an identical lineup except for the controllers, except for the Sentinels. Rexy's going to be picking up a Cypher, and Juven is most probably going to be picking up that Killjoy. Now, do you remember the number of times that I've said that I love a good Cypher play? I mean, I think I've stopped counting, but I really, really do love a good Cypher play. And I feel like Split is one of the best maps to showcase your Cypher skills because the number of places you can put your trap fires, the number of places you can put your cameras, hidden cameras on top of that, and you'll be left guessing as to where that camera is and where that sound is coming from. And if Reckoning is not going to be ready for Rexy's cam setups and stuff, I feel like Enigma Gaming, they still have it in the bag. But like we covered this before, right? It honestly boils down to how they're going to be playing round after round because it could switch up in the matter of a few seconds.
It indeed could. You have no idea what happened on Split. To be honest, it's a map, the smallest map there is on Valorant. It's pretty vertical. You have a lot of long range fights when it's A main, or it's probably from B heaven to B site. There are long range fights, but it's still really small. And that sort of helps the one meta that, we all love to hate and hate to love, and it's the Judge meta. So let's go into the game first and find out if or not we're going to be seeing some judgy plays coming out today. Judge Judy and her gang are usually known for small range, high burst, and full action field executes with that dangerous burst, like 15 pellet gun that fires like 15 pellet at a time.
Yeah.
I love the weapon, but is it going to be in action today is the question, because right now in the pistol round, first thing we're going to have to notice is whether or not Enigma can stop off this pushes coming in from RGE.
Now off the bat, we're going to be seeing a few lineups coming in from the side of IonQ without Viper. And IonQ playing a Viper is not something that I get to see every day, and this is going to be an interesting pick, to say the least. And it looks to me, the attackers have decided upon going in for a B push. But look at that sneaky camera up there. Nobody has known that the information had been given out. But Rafu, he overextended a little bit. He thought that he was going to be making this a quick deal. Goes down mid, only to find his head is going to be popped wide open by that classic. Like we covered before, right? That classic close range can deal a lot of damage. But you never really know what sort of triangle is going to be coming out of that right click. But right now, it's going to be working out for them. One player's already down, and they're going in for an insta switch. They're going in for that take on A side. The rotates are going to be coming in, and RBK is the only player here holding it down, putting up the walls, waiting for that push to come in. And the rotate should be predicted by Enigma Gaming, or the side is theirs for the taking universe.
Yeah, it most certainly is. Enigma Gaming have lost a man early on, and that's going to cause a little bit of a problem.
30 seconds
Even
left.
though it is the Jet, they can still hold on, I believe. And Reckoning are actually taking up Heaven, and they're splitting their approach. They're going in, all 5 of them actually, all together. And this is a really, really unnatural approach from them. Lion goes, finds one. Antidote and Rexy are going to find one each. But here we go, straight into the side. Okay, almost gets it. Antidote finds a third. Looking for what? Antidote! No way did you just do that. No.
Can we have a quick look at that again? Please? My guy literally just spun around and he just started getting kills. Rexy over here with an unfortunate reload, and Andy's like, okay, I'm up for the job. Guess the first kill was low. Comes in with the spray and doesn't manage to get the second, but then gets a third, flicks around and gets the fourth kill for himself. This guy's on fire, Universe.
Indeed. This guy is on fire early on in this game, and that's going to be only helpful for Enigma. Round that almost went away from their hands. Somehow, Antidote became the antidote off that round for his team. He pulled it straight back out.
And that, honestly, has to mean that Reckoning Esports, they've got to take a different approach, and they cannot completely go in for an A take. No matter what, no matter how few players are there on A side, that rotate is going to be always coming in from setup Enigma Gaming, and the retake game is strong. And considering the fact that they're starting off on the defensive side of things, it's going to give Reckoning Esports a fair bit of idea as to how to set themselves up. They could take pages straight out of Enigma's gaming book. Well, let's see how they're going to be doing. Rexy's right around the corner. He expects a push coming in. He's not going to be overextending. Staying right where he is. Sees a star. He knows that they're in towers. Sound has been given out. Ooh, takes a little bit of damage, but Rafael is going to be right around the corner and be made to take out a couple of players for himself. Takes a third. Going for a fourth. Gets the fourth. Dashes in to save himself. He wants the ace, but RBK is not going to let him have it. Comes in with that Sentinel Light Sheriff and pops it clean. What a flawless round coming in from Enigma Gaming. But yeah, you could say that it was an eco round for Reckoning Esports, but you big brain your way out of Enigma Gaming, and honestly, I'm going to give you all the kudos you need.
All right. You know, honestly, I believe that if Enigma find the first half at least with a 8-4 lead yet again, this is probably going to be the end of this series, right?
Yeah,
but
I agree.
if somehow the side of RGE find a 6-6, maybe even a 7-5 on the back of a pistol coming out in that 7-5 half, then I think they have a, I wouldn't say good chance, I'd say they have a maybe a 70-30 chance.
Indeed. But we have to wait it out. We have to see how they're going to be playing these first few rounds. Because honestly, this buy round is going to say a lot. Because if they start dropping heads, if they start losing players right here, right now, it's bad news for them. And look at this. There's a crossfire setup from Enigma Gaming in towers, almost denying that entry completely. And looks to me like Reckoning Esports, they're not going to be going for that towers push. Instead, they're going to be going in through vents to take control of A towers instead. And RBK has predicted it. And honestly, they're keeping Reckoning on their toes. The snakebite came in, and they're like, you know what, let's not go there. Then another player came in, and it's like, you know what, let's not go there. And look at this, Antidote is going to be coming out with a spray. Takes out Ion, first player off the bat. Rafael, another crossfire, gets one kill. Tries to go for the second, but he overextends, and Reckoning Esports, they're going to be good for that punishment. Get 2 kills for themselves, but not without taking any damage. 56 and 8 HP. RBK just one shot through that smoke, could take down Trist. It all depends upon the setup right now. Spike Plant is going to be going down, but it's a default position. Any lineups coming out from the setup Enigma Gaming is going to be bad news for them. They've got good positioning, but they have to go in for that take. There we go. Antidote is going to be good for the first one. Support coming in from the sky over there, but it's not going to be enough because Rexy comes in and takes down Sukuna all up to Bond Dev, but that Sheriff is going to be enough. I mean, come on. He was on 8 HP, but like I said, right, Universe, this buy round, it's going to be setting the pacing for the entire game. And now Enigma Gaming, they've got so much money, they've got so much economy, and they don't even need to buy a few guns because they picked them up for themselves anyway.
Exactly. They don't have to reinvest at all except for RVK, sorry, except for Rafael. Yeah, who will be going for another round to play with a Spectre. He's playing on a bonus yet again. It's probably going to be a bonus for as long as they keep winning these rounds. You know, bonus on bonus. I mean, imagine you're playing 10, if you're up, you know, let's say by 9-0. And you're like, yeah, guys, let's still play on a bonus, right? We're 9-0 up. They still haven't gotten around. Bonus it is. Let's just pull out a Spectre. Bonus.
Yeah. That's where you know things have started going awry, Reckoning. You really have to think this through.
No, like imagine, you know, okay, you're maybe 8-0 up, okay? You're 8-0. You're still saying, okay, guys, bonus round. And then you lose one. Like, okay, guys, now it's the first round to buy in. Let's go. After we've dismantled them for after 8-1. You know, now we buy in. All right, let's go. This is our first buy round coming in after 8 rounds.
Man,
of
if that ever happens, right? I really want to listen in on the comms, Because I feel like it's gonna be as funny as watching it play out in front of you, right? But let's see what is gonna be playing out right now, because it looks to me like it's gonna be a proper push down A main, down Rams. The Rexy's gonna be getting the first kill, because I mean, come on. Right now, Reckoning Esports, they don't have the guns, they don't have the money, they don't have the control, but they're trying to take it. The Viper's wall is working out for them, but Rexy, he doesn't need any Viper wall to stop him. He's gonna be pulling out his camera, getting out location, and he's gonna be spraying people down through that smoke. Before you know it, it's already a 3v5, and ooh, Rafiel, he has a judge. He has a judge in his hand. If he's gonna be pushing that elbow position, he could be picking up a clean kill, but no, Rexy's gonna be picking up the first kill. Rafiel gets a second. Suka's gonna be good for one. Rafiel's just having fun over here at this point, man. He's jumping and he's disrespecting Sukuna. But that's alright, man. It's a 4th round only, and you guys can make a comeback, but like, honestly, like Universe said, if Enigma Gaming are gonna be like playing bonuses on like 8th rounds or something, yeesh. You guys have to reconsider your game plan. You guys have to reconsider your strategies. And right now, they're going for simple textbook takes. And if you're going to be going for textbook takes against Enigma Gaming, Universe, you know it's not going to be possible.
Yeah, it is obviously not going to be possible. Enigma pretty much know, anything you throw at them, you need to be a lot more, I want to say, compact with the way you play. I think teamwork is what probably is going to tear apart Enigma. And so far, they've tried it, but most times it ends up boiling to that 1v1 fight yet again.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not good. Now look at this. This probably like, look at that.
Oh,
no backup whatsoever. Only
Yeah.
one player peeking out. Nobody from the right side to cover him.
I agree.
And these 1v1s are just, that's all they need, Enigma.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to be pulling off 1v1s, I mean, you don't even have to put any effort in. You go there, you get one. Fall back, come in, get another one. And look at this. Okay, I really thought that RBK was going to be landing that shot, no, but Ion, he's got that operator, he's going to be making it sync, but still, there was still no back, there was no crossfire. They made it work in that situation, but you're completely right. It cannot work out every time. You have to go in for crossfires. But looks to me like it's gonna be an 8-tower control situation. Rexy, he has to fall back. He knows he cannot be doing this right now. He needs a backup. Backup's not gonna be coming in time. Bonif is gonna be picking up that kill on Rexy. 3v4 situation. Their advantage has completely fallen over to their side, but 3v4 is still not that bad of a situation. Backup has to be there for Enigma Game. I mean, for that retake, but look at that positioning. The timing is off. Ion could be finding a bullet in his skull, but he's looking at the right time. If that information from Antidote, if he finds out that Ion is here, if he gives out that information to his teammate, but okay, Ion is gonna be missing that shot, and Hika's gonna be punishing him for it. 3v3 situation, it could have gone down worse, but I mean, it could have gone down worse for Enigma Gaming, but RVK, I feel like it was Ion, right, who came into that operator. Yeah, for Ion, it's just bad news right now. Couldn't really make it work, and here comes a retake. Oh, Rafiel comes in with a right click, and it betrays him completely, and he doesn't expect that. He turns around and going for that second kill, but he's like, wait, where are my blades? Didn't I kill him? What?
I felt the same thing. I really thought that was gonna probably kill him, and I thought it hit him right in the chest. I saw all 5 blades go in. At least I think so.
I kind of want to replay right now. Do we have a replay? Please.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we don't have a replay, but
it's unfortunate. But I really think that those blades did go in. But
yeah, exactly. Like, did you see the confidence with which Rafiel came into the flash? Good backup from Hika there. He comes in. He right clicks and is like, yeah, he's probably dead. Turns around instantly because he knows he's confirmed the kill. And then he turns around and he finds his blades missing and he's like, wait, are you still not dead? Turns around and a bullet straight to his face. I can't blame him because that right click on the blaze storm can betray you at the most inopportune moments and you'll never know it. I mean, Universe, what are the odds of you missing 5 blades right clicking to somebody's body at that distance?
To be really honest, you'd be surprised because this game has a lot of right-click brilliances, but also right-click beauties, like the way they just miss out of, just you have no idea how you would miss it, right? It's just crazy. It's so close up front, up personal, and you still see the blades go across the body, aside the body of your opponent, and sometimes when you're like 50 meters away from them, you right click from there and somebody from there is gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey guys, I right clicked and He died across the bloody map.
Yeah, and then he's just like, and the best part is they do that, they get that right click kill, and that guy, I bet on this, he's gonna go over your body and teabag you. This happens. It's hurtful. I have no idea how that right click lands, but for them it doesn't, but for others it does. I don't really know how.
It's true.
And this is so unfortunate, but the sad part is like super frustrating, right? And I guess for that frustration, you have these teddy bears just scattered across the map, calm you down a little bit. But in the middle of a gunfight, how much are you going to be looking at, right? I really, really feel bad for Raw Fuel. He had so much confidence, and he came in and it's like, my Blade Storms are not going to betray me. And the sad part is, just because of that right click failing so many times, I've seen so many players just coming in with the left click like spray downs, even when they're very close. And I can't blame them. They're scared. What if they miss that right click? It has happened to so many people. It's happened to Raw Fuel. It can happen to anybody else. So I see these players coming in and they're like, even in close range, for going to be left clicking. And I don't really know what to say in those situations, because a right click would have been completely warranted, but they're just too scared to go for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have a pause come in. One player from the side of RGE has disconnected. That happens to be Trist, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to wait until he comes back on. But until then, I do want to consider, you know, if we are looking at a comeback that somehow happens, you know, from RGE, do you think that they're gonna be able to do it in the defense? And if they are, wait, what is
goes here.
Rexy?
No way. Is he just playing catch? He's playing catch.
No, he's. Where is he trying to land that?
Is he trying to land it on the smoke?
He's looking
yeah.
at.
This should do. No more charges left.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's just giving up at this point. It's just like
He
playing
wanted to
catch.
hit. Okay,
Ah,
that's.
this is a nice spot.
He's just that poor. Poor guy. He's found himself a yo-yo. What are the odds?
An upside down yo-yo at that too. It's
Honestly, defies gravity.
I mean, Rexy making Valorant fun again.
Yeah.
This is what you do when your opponents or you take a team at timeout, guys.
Yeah.
Just keep throwing the Cypher Cage up and down. Find
good
weird
question.
angles it could sit.
But
I could swear I saw it almost sit on that wire, didn't it?
that's what I thought it was trying to do. If it did, I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it sits on ledges and stuff, so
Yeah.
that's one thing.
What are the odds, right? It could. But I don't think the wires are like, they're just there. They're not properly clipped. They're just there for like decoration. So that's completely fine. But look at this. Trist is back and the timer has run out yet again. We're back into the fray. Match is up. Right now, Reckoning, they have to come out with some Hail Mary sort of strategy to come up with, to go up against Enigma Gaming, because they've got their sights locked down really well. They're playing it slow this time around, which I like, but to what avail? Then he's just holding that corner, waiting for somebody to push in, I'm guessing. Or they're waiting for some really good execute that we're going to be seeing anytime right now.
That is true. For now, things are still a little slow. They're holding down, they're waiting, they're running the clock down as much as they possibly can. There it is. Rexy's found an early frag. That's going to cost the side of RGE. The ultimate neural theft gives them a lot of information. Raw Fuel finds one. Rexy finds three. Make that a four. And the Cypher hold comes to fruition. Nobody's even seen the B side and they just die right away. What a beautiful round from Rexy. Looks like the yo-yo catching has helped him a lot.
Good luck, I guess. Like just basically rubbing the, the belly of a Buddha statue. Good luck. And honestly, I was really hoping the Reckoning was gonna be pulling something really, really great from their bag. But I mean, the way they were holding B main, I was like, okay, these guys are ready. These guys are pumped. They got something planned, but nah, they just went in. They just got deleted by Enigma Gaming. Raw Fuel gets away with murder, gets a kill. Oh man, bad. That was too close for comfort, but Trez picks up one kill, but the judge pulls out his showstopper, gets another kill at close range. He has taken a little bit of damage, I'm pretty sure, but that's completely fine, because that trade-off, that's worth it. Reckoning Esports, they're making it work, but they're giving off 1v1s yet again. Raw Fuel has picked up a kill on Bondef, and it's a 3v3 situation. They had to take control of the site. Health has come in back into Enigma Gaming, along with their zest for life. Turret has been taken down, but this is very, very risky. This is a disaster waiting to happen. Everybody's cramped into elbow. Rockfield just has to wait for somebody to peek out. And look at that. The waving, whatever that is has given away location. I've never seen that happening, but let's see how they're going to be pulling it off. Rexy's going to be good for one, gets the first kill. Rockfield comes in with the classic, get the second, get the third, make that a 4K. Oh god, this guy, when he activates himself, it's just beautiful to watch him aim.
Cage trigger.
Yeah, he is an absolute beast with that weapon. He did not care that a grenade was right in front of his face. He took down one player, dashed away to safety. He thought 82 HP, that's all I need. I don't need more. And he went away. And he stayed alive for as long as possible to get healed from his teammate. And then pretty much take out every single player remaining. 4 kills for him from that round. As Rockfield yet again leading the charge on the server, ladies and gentlemen. 13 kills for the man in 7 rounds. That's almost averaging 2 per round at this point.
Yeesh.
Rexy's following it up with 10.
That's a KD of 4, my guy. A KD of 4. If you can maintain that, it's going to be really, really fun to watch. But I feel like it's giving him a bit too much confidence. He's pushed up in a B main, waiting for somebody to push in. But if he's not going to be able to get the shot, and there you go, he's blinded. If he doesn't get the shot, he is going to be picking up. No one's going to be good for that shot!
Get out of here.
Oh my god, this guy gets it with murder every time. And you're right, whenever somebody comes into his screen, it's a confirmed kill. Gets the kill and dashes back clean. Yeesh.
You know, to be honest, I've told this before, and I'm telling it. Oh wait, hold on.
Bad luck.
I'm gonna tell it again. That Rockfield is the one guy they need to curb as a team.
Yeah.
They are sending in 1 player at a time. Any angle you go, just make sure you at least have 2 players, because they need to expect where Rockfield is gonna be in every single round, what he can do. They know it already, and for now they're going towards the A side. 4 players, all 4 from the side of RG, are running up towards ramp yet again. An approach that cost them dearly last time. What's gonna happen this time? Ika in the smoke criminal comes to play, gets only 1 though. Sukuna's gonna take him down. And they run right in the sight. Rexy finds one hand, looking for the other, but he damages him just enough, I believe. And now Antidote's been left alone in a 1v2. He's looking to stop the plant somehow.
You are divided.
He's not going to do that. Oh, he's been hurt, but he's been hurt. He's been hurt. He's going to take down 1. Trist is around the corner, and he's walking too fast. And Trist, he's treading lightly, and he's going to make the most of him not giving away his sound cue and position. As Enigma, they did a pretty good job of trying to get that back, but round number 2 it is for Reckoning.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Antidote going in for that, retake, that clutch, kind of looked like Trailblazer from Sky. Like, he just hopped right there. He knew that that Cosmic Divide was going to be blocking their sound, and he knew, to his best knowledge, the Reckoning was not expecting him to come in that fast. My guy literally bunny hopped into side, and they were like, how are you here? And he could have gotten the second kill, but he had barely enough information, and Triss had all the information he needed to get that kill. That was well done by Triss, but man, I seriously want to congratulate. Honestly, like, kudos to Antidote for that attempt. Really nice try, but let's see if that nice try is going to be enough for him. Rockfield, he's holding a really aggressive position, misses a shot, and he's going to be dashing back into the safety of B site, where his buddies are waiting to back him up. But right now, Reckoning Esports, they're taking out a different tactic out of their group. They're not going in for a proper push and giving in 1v1s. Ion,
no.
Okay, picks up the first kill on Rexy. Doesn't clear that corner, but it's fine. The information has been given out. Hika knows that he's right around the corner, but there are 2 people who are going to be coming into the crosshair, but he doesn't have any idea that there's an entire team who was pushed into vents and is going to be coming down ramp. Bondep gets a second kill, and right now, Reckoning Esports, they're in the driver's seat for this round at least. Bondep is going to be good for another kill, takes down RVK, 2v5 situation. Rockfield, he's still hopeful. He still has the operator, he still has his Blade Storms. But let's see if he's going to be risking this right now, Universe. Oh, okay. Sure, I guess. Whack-a-mole, maybe?
I don't think he wants to play that game. His head's probably a lot more fragile than those whack-a-mole bears. So he's just going to be running all the way back, and it's going to be another round. 6-3. Reckoning have done a pretty good job of trying to get it back into this game in the last 2 rounds. And now they look to settle this half at least onto a 7-5, maybe 6-6 is possible as well. Rawfield's causing damage in terms of economy. something Bondef, I don't think he would have wanted. But he's something he has to go through. Another round where Enigma look like they have a pretty good buy, so they're not going to be flustered at all. But what exactly is going to be the situation on the other side? They have economy built up a little bit, but I'm not quite sure if economy is going to help them right now. It's going to be how exactly they pull out the next 2 rounds. They need to pull out at least 2 rounds to give a fair fight.
And on top of that, their trade game has to strengthen up, because I feel like that's one of the areas where they're lacking. Because like you said, right, they're giving individual 1v1s, and when it comes down to that, if you're going to be going up against Raw Fuel, he's not going to be missing his operator shots, and he still got that in his hands. So you're right, they should be working around Raw Fuel and not the rest of the team. They should see wherever he is and just go to the opposite area. Raw Fuel is going to be missing his first shot. It's completely fine. He's going to be updrafting his way out of that pain shell. And he's not going to be missing his second one, I'm guessing. But good flashes coming from Reckoning Esports pushes Raw Fuel all the way back. Good crossfire coming in from Enigma Gaming over there, but RVK is going to be quick on his feet. Sees Ion first. Gets that kill. Raw Fuel. Super aggressive stance. Gets that kill on Bondef. And yet again, just individual fights.
This man is not afraid of anything. He goes inside the smoke even. Who the hell is this guy?
I feel like that Not Afraid song by Eminem was like honestly made for Raw Fuel. Like, what? Literally push the smoke and get, I mean, he almost got the kill. He dinked him out, didn't he? That's
you know, I would be afraid to push a smoke even with a Vandal.
Yeah.
This guy goes in, he's an operator, he's like, nope, I'm just gonna switch to my pistol, doesn't matter. And he even then he gets a headshot.
It's like you see bloodlust in his eyes.
Clearly. 7-3, and time for a timeout for Reckoning. And honestly, there's no wrong time for a timeout unless you're maybe 12-0 down, which they currently are not. So it's a good thing for them to try and assess the situation yet again, because nothing, you know, it's like they pulled out those 2 rounds and then suddenly they're back into the same trenches as they were before. And now they have a bye. They can sustain it, but if they lose this one, it's going to be back into the economical, you know, hell for them, because that's going to probably cause 9-3 on the scoreboard if they give away this round. They do have the operator Ion. That is a good thing, I believe, but with him on the Viper, I'm not quite sure how viable he's going to be, because he needs to be the controller of the team, trying to put up smokes, trying to get the wall activated, play along with the team, maybe lurk around a bit as well. But with the operator, he needs to be the cutting knife edge of his team now, and that puts like almost 2 roles in his hands, and that's not something you can do at this high of a level unless, you know, I don't know, you're like a god or something.
True, completely true. But yeah, I have no idea what IonQ is going to be pulling off with that operator, but okay, he's going to be switching it out for Phantom. Wise choice there, because the last time he tried to pull off that operator with that Viper, didn't work out for him at all. But look at this. Rexy's going to be pulled into that gravity wall, and Tristan's going to be able to pick up that kill. So much aggression and so much anger. He just went in. Just deleted him. Honestly, he just took off all records, fingerprints, and everything. But Raw Fuel, he still has that operator. He still has a little bit of control over B-site. Depends upon where Reckoning Esports are going to be pushing in from. They're taking way too much time. They should take quicker entries. And I thought that they were going to be taking a little bit of a game style play change from Enigma's gamebook, but no, they're still playing it slowly. And on the map is split. I feel like a little more speed is advisable, because the more you stay around, the more you're giving Enigma Gaming time to figure out where you are and coming in with a pincer or a rotate. And after you get flanked, there's nothing you can do.
Time to hunt. Scout destroyed.
True. Bondef gonna be spotting out only the one, and that's Antidote, and he's gonna be smoking that angle off as they walk in closer. Rawfield's holding down mid for Ion, waiting for Ion. It's gonna be an operator battle on that side, as Antidote has to be the one to figure this one out. 1, 2, no, nothing he finds. But Rawfield's gonna find one. Hika's gonna throw in his flash and trying to get a kill. Will he though? No, he's not. Yuban takes him down. And looks like Reckoning's patience actually pays off. They're gonna get number 4 on the board here unless RVK has a 1v3 on his mind. A 1v3 that he can successfully find to make himself the hero of his team to put up number 8, but he needs to clear out every single angle, and he's worried about mid. The thing about mid is there's nobody there. How they know where he is. Now they're gonna have to find out an avenue to try and take him down. Clock's ticking. He needs to make a move on it. He is making it. But he's not going to be able to go too far. No further than the pillar he goes, and it's going to be Bondef to pull up now round number
Last
4
round before the
after
switch.
taking out the last man alive for Enigma. And this is going to be the only round that I believe, you know, that should be considered as the most important for Reckoning.
Yeah.
Because 8-4 is not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. 7-5. There's a 2-round, you know, advantage that you could get,
This is a nice
right?
spot.
Instead of in 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
always better.
Yeah, true. And honestly, you realize the number of times that history has repeated itself on Gauntlet, and I'm pretty sure if that is anything to go by, that 8-4 scoreline from map 1, if that comes to be again, I feel like Enigma Gaming might be winning this out, but that's just a pure hunch. All depends upon skill and how they use their utilities, and right now Reckoning Esports, they've got a really good idea. They've got proper control of side A. Rams has been left alone, and Antidote, he's going to be taking that control back, and they've all hunched up and huddled up into A side in that Viper's pit. Because going to clear out corners, down ramp, down main, so that his buddies can push in together onto A side. They know exactly where they are. They know that everybody's in the Viper's pit. The crossfires have to be coming out from the side of Reckoning Esports, or it's not going to be working. Bondef gets the first kill. Second kill by Rafiel with only a ghost. There's so much confusion here. Wait, did Hika just miss an opponent go by him? No, but he's gonna be turning around and getting that kill. Triss is gonna be slapping RVK in the face with that judge. Hika gets one kill. Triss gets the skin. Oh, but Rafiel, he barely escapes, but he's dashing into Juven's crosshair. Oh, man, that was just unfortunate. That was a really good attempt by Rafiel, but the moment he saw Triss pull out that showstopper, he's like, oh no, I'm not facing this. Dashes out, but Juven is right around the corner, and he's like, oh, you're here. And yeah, I've been meaning to wait for you, and then it just takes him clean out. Now, this is what we were talking about, right? History isn't repeating itself. 7-5 on the scorecards, and Reckoning Esports, they've gotten a little bit more of a chance to take it back on the defensive side of things, because yes, it is not as defender-sided as Bind would be, or at least that's my consideration. So I feel like they could be getting a better hold on the defensive side of things when it comes for this side. Like Enigma Gaming going for that attacks, if their executes, if their smokes are not good enough, Reckoning Esports could honestly turn the tables.
Most certainly. And with this pistol, oh my god, that grenade.
Whoa.
Heavy damage. Beautiful play by the Astro Race combo, Trist and his teammate. Sakuna. He is all the way towards B, but look at the rotations. Oh my god, they're so quick, so heavy. And with that, the immediate response from the side of Enigma is to run straight into B. RVK is leading the charge on the other side, but no player from the side of RGE is actually there yet. Bondef is going to be the only one, and his Hound is going to find that nobody's on the side, actually.
Okay.
So Spike is taking a long rotation to come in, and they're actually going back. RGE are being sold on this fake, and Reckoning, and Enigma are doing a pretty great job at it.
Yeah, look at them. They're all on A side, and they have no idea that a B side take has already happened. And Bondef and Sukuna, they're over there near B side, but they have no idea. Rafiel, that was a bit too much of an overextension, my guy. Gets taken out by Triss, but an immediate response by Antidote with the same answer, with the same words. Slaps him across the face, gets the second kill too. A little bit of backup coming in from his teammates. Oh, they're relying on these right clicks a lot, and he managed to get that 3K, and it's all up to you, Ben, to clutch out the rounds. It is a pistol round, and he could possibly clutch it out. The location has been given out, and he has to clear out all corners. And if that crossfire is going to be coming in, he's going to be taken out, but he's going to be good for one. Just comes in with a spiral, gets that kill. Rexy is going to be scared for his life. He goes back. RVK, beautiful come out and tap. Just to put that into his face, honestly. He didn't really have to do that because they didn't have the time, but RVK just wanted to, like, rub it in his nose, literally.
Alright. We have got an interesting round. I mean, an interesting setup of, you know, the second half over here. So Enigma went out the pistol. They're going to have the upper hand in terms of the buy rate now. The thing about this, you know, setup of the second half is that if RG somehow win out this eco round, they might just have something to say.
Yeah.
But because they did not have an economy, they did not really force in, and they have to settle with just classics. Nobody's bought in a single thing this round. Maybe a little bit of utility, a flash at the most, maybe, you know, or a star, an Astro Star, but nothing more than that. Antidote. He's gained a lot of ground, a lot of map control in his hand right now. As RVK is going to be joining him. A huge B stack, by the way, from the side of Reckoning as they're gambling on this. And Enigma are actually falling prey to this. They are going towards B. They have no idea about this. And it's going to be a hell of a fight coming up now, Coin.
I feel like Enigma Gaming, they have to be ready. They have no idea that Reckoning Esports, they've called their bluff and they're putting a full stack. A little bit of information taken by Sukuna over there. Gravity well, but it's not going to be doing much. Still fine. Half control has been taken away by Enigma Gaming, but it all falls down to this. Who's going to be getting the kills? Rockfield gets 2 with 1 sprint. Gets the 3rd. Rexy and Hika. Triss is the only one who picked up a kill, but I do not know what Rockfield pulled off, but he came in. Look at this replay. Just look at this. This is where they were playing it slow. Sukuna gets a little bit of information, falls back, plays with his team, gives a call. Everybody comes in with a rotate, and then out of nowhere, RVK comes in, gets a spray down, gets taken out by Rawfield on the other hand, gets 2 kills instantaneously, picks up a 3rd, and then it's all done and dusted. They just like they're just dusting off their hands, and they're like, yeah, we kind of expected that, man.
If you consider how Reckoning, you know, would make a comeback happen, it has to be on the way that, like I've been telling, they have to focus on raw fuel. Raw fuel has to be taken out. Raw fuel is the guy who's gonna find them space, who's gonna find them avenues to work with, who's gonna find the side of Enigma kills as well. They take him out, they have a chance at winning this one as much as they possibly could have against any other team.
Yeah.
For now, though, RGE have pushed up towards A main, so they know it's pretty clear on that side. What they don't know is Rafael's actually crawled in, and he's gonna find one, and that's all he's gonna be needing for his team right now. They have an idea as to who's playing where. They know that the Killjoy is towards A, which means the Viper has to be towards B. And by the looks of it, it is as well, because they know that this orb here, the Poison Orb, is gonna give away Ion to try and play around it. But there's a stack towards B of 3 players against a bunch of Sheriffs and Spectres. So I don't know how this is going to turn out for them, Reckoning. They are going to get 2, make that a 3rd, and just like that, they shut down Enigma. Good round, as you would expect. The bonus round goes down the drains for Enigma, but they're still not done. Of course, they're still not done. They're going to have a bye pretty comfortably coming in for them, and they have no problem whatsoever, because if they put up now round number 10 on the back of this, which kind of looks likely with the way they're playing with their momentum, they're going to have no problem shutting down this map, maybe 13-7 or 8.
Yeah, true. I completely agree with you, but oh, look at this. Triss, he's picked up that judge yet again. He's honestly relying a lot on it. He's made it sing so far, but I hope he can do it further, because Enigma Gaming, they've got proper guns in their hands right now, and this is something to worry about. They're going to be taking map control little by little, and they're not going to be rushing in, because that is not their style at all. They go in for aggressive plays, but sometimes it just doesn't pay off for them. Like right now, Antidote, risky play over there. He knew that somebody could have been holding that corner, but he went for it anyway. Gets taken clean down. 4v5 situation already. And look at the way Enigma Gaming is walking to the side over there. No information given at all. They're getting the information first. Mondef's location has been given out, but Sukuna is still there on side. Rafield gets the first, gets a second. All off of pure information. Blocks off view from Ion. And now they have side control over B, and just like that, Raw Fuel has taken control solo. I mean, he has RVK for backup, but at this point, does he even need it? Well, I'm kidding. He actually does need it. I love how Enigma Gaming, they protect Raw Fuel so that he can go in and get his kills, and they give really good support. And this is exactly how you should be playing it. You should be protecting your duelist and not playing individually. And Enigma Gaming knows how to do that. And Reckoning Esports, they have to be coming in with a counter strategy. Spike plant has been faked to eke somebody out, but nobody's going to be coming out. Proper plant is going to be coming in right now. 3v4 situation. Triss still has a judge in his hands. Not much that he can do with it long range. He has to be pushing into his teammates to be getting the kills. Good positioning from Enigma Gaming. Raw Fuel, he's covering both ends in case of any pushes coming in from B-main right now, Universe. Ow!
Fuel with a beautiful tap takes Triss right down to the depths of hell.
I felt that, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody watching would have felt that. And now the feeling is to save. Ion and Yuven need to run back to where they came from, the A site. They're gonna have to wait until the next round begins because this has gone the way of their opponents. And number 10 comes up for Enigma. I don't know if I want to call this the end, but if Enigma win this one, then I think we are stepping towards the end.
Yeah. You're completely right. But Raw Fuel has been putting up so much damage to Reckoning Esports. Can we take a quick look at the, kill feed? Look at that. 25-9 is his KD right now, Universe.
Yeah. And he's pretty much double of what his next teammate is. Rexy, almost double at least. And now Trist. Oh, Trist. Oh my god! Antidote knows exactly when to swing, but blows his head straight off. And RGE, their mid push has been completely bamboozled. Rexy finds this kill, and that's going to be the A side completely opened up for business. And Yuven knows that, so he's not going to be taking that fight. He holds it on. And look at this, such a passive angle Hika's holding towards the sewers. He thinks that somebody's going to be pushing in. He feels it. Nobody is there, actually. Rexy needs to be careful. He could have almost been caught off guard by Ion here. But Enigma escaped from his clutches. They're going to be running away. And this call has been made, by the way. The A main's clear, so you can see the rotations coming in. And Enigma are actually not aware of this. Ion's going to be the only one holding down the A site now. The remaining 3 have huddled up towards B. It's do or die for them. Let's see how they're going to be reacting to this. One player lurking around mid, and that's RVK. The rest of Enigma moving in towards B main. Raw Fuel dashing in. He's got some map control. Sakun has been spotted out. He's going to get sucked as well, and he's going to go down. Bondev comes to his rescue, takes down the trade, but he's still got a lot of players to face off. Yuven's playing around with the smoke criminal vibe, and he's looking for something, but he's not going to get anything. Antidote's going to be the one. The flank goes down, and 2v3. They've done this before, RG. Can they do it again on this map?
Yep, Ion picks up 1 kill, but he has to be working with his buddy on those crossfires over here if they want to go in for that retake. Super tense situation right now. They're just trying to put up the crossfires. If they're going to be good for 1 kill, they might be able to get it out, but no. It's going to be Enigma shutting them down, and Hika coming out of the fray and taking both of them down just based off of that confusion. Amazingly well done by Enigma yet again. And now it's 11-6 on the scorecards, Universe. And like you said, I'm going to be calling it a day, man. It's going to be Enigma winning it out. Unless Reckoning Esports is going to be pulling some miraculous play from their cards. But I don't really see that happening because site control has been given away so quickly to Enigma Gaming, and they're not letting go of it.
All right. Well, the one thing that they could do is probably, gamble on the other side again. But even that hasn't worked out for them. Enigma clearly, are outplaying the side of RG here. Raw Fuel immediately getting the kill onto Yuven in the back of that stun that was given by his teammate. Bondev, it doesn't even matter that his position is given away. They're going straight for this, and he has to give away his life. Trist, the only one with a weapon worthy enough of taking a fight at this point. He sees one, he tries to spray him down with those pellets. But Raw Fuel escapes to safety. 8 HP is on. He just needs to stay alive. Oh, Ion just jumped. Did he destroy a jumping sheriff shot?
I think he did, man. I feel like his, scroll button is mapped to jump as well. But look at RVK. He's flexing over here at this point. Man, he really wants a 360 sheriff tap, but let's see if he's going to be getting it. Sukuna is down to very low HP, and Hika is going to be picking up that kill. Trist, with that judge, he's just going to be saving, and he doesn't really have an option at this point. Because the next round is going to be the match point, and he cannot be wasting any economy. They don't have a lot of money either, and oh no. Oh, that is just pure disrespect right there. RVK is just going to be throwing down that gun just to take him out. And yeah, they don't even care, and he just comes out and slaps him with that classic. I mean, at that point, it didn't even feel like he slapped him with a bullet. It felt like he slapped him with the hilt of his gun.
Oh, match point now, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting close. It's getting almost done and dusted with over here. I'm not quite sure what exactly we could expect from this side of Reckoning after what they've just put up in this map and the previous one, but it looks like Ion wants to have a fighting chance until the very last ending second. Puts down the Viper Spit, but of no avail. Nobody's there who wants to challenge it. Nobody's there who wants to take it down, but Rexy, oh my god, this guy opens up the B-set all by himself. I don't know why wait, they saw him spraying down the bullets from that angle, right?
They did.
How did they not? They expect him. I mean, I don't know. They just let him ramble upon, and the timing over here comes on top. Ion somehow gets it, and Reckoning have fallen. I'm sorry, Enigma have fallen. Yeah, Enigma have fallen. And RVK though wants to get them back online, but Juven's holding down the right angle. Trist is right there, and now they're playing as a team. They're doubling up. RVK though, he's found a 1v1 and he's made it work, and it's all up to Hika. He's got pretty much 1.5 player at this point to play with. Juven is down low, and so is Ion. Both of those players, 76 and 30 HP. Together, they make 100, and Hika alone is 150. So it's all about the timing at this point. Hika, he's cleared off most of the angles.
Left.
He just needs to get the plan, and he's got even a flash, 2 flashes actually to work with. As soon as they hear that plant, they're going right for it. Quaint, is this going to be the end?
Yeah, there we go. Ben is right around the corner, but he's going to be a crossfire, but he gets the first kill. He has no idea where the second is going to be coming in from, but he has to look at the right place. He manages to get the second kill to Universe. Looks away, gets saved by that wall, turns around, and just finishes the deal. That's like a good, well done business deal. He's just like, you know what? I'm going to be closing this case right now, right here. Look at this. He looks away at the wrong time, gets the first kill. He has no idea where the second player is going to be coming out from. He thinks that it's going to be Heaven, but no, he gets a few shots, a few warning shots, and he's just going to be spraying down that wall to take out Yuven. Amazingly done by Enigma Gaming, and they kept Reckoning on their toes so much that at some point they were just confused. And even that last round, you saw Rexy getting away with murder, getting 2 kills, and that was just not supposed to happen. And Reckoning Esports, they had no answer for that.
Yeah, indeed, they had no answer. It was just an absolute battering, just like the first map. Let's have a look at the match highlights to see, you know, to be honest, I have no idea. I don't think Raw Fuel can be stopped. I said that they should be stopping Raw Fuel, but I don't think he can be stopped.
Yeah,
and true. Just that's the end of it. And what a beautiful, beautiful way Enigma have come through on top of things. 13-5, 13-6. They've beaten the side of Reckoning pretty convincingly on both maps. And honestly, I think Reckoning are in deep trouble right now. 3 maps they've lost. 3 matches. They've lost 3 matches. And they've got 4 more to go in this season. And that's a maximum accumulation of 8 points, right? If they win everything out. 9, given that they have 1 point already in their back. But how far is 9 points going to get them? Qualification to the playoffs? I'm not quite sure.
We'll have to just wait and see, won't we? But I'm still concerned about Reckoning Esports. They've got so much potential, and once I saw Ion and Bones playing together, I was really thinking their coordination was going to be working out beautifully. And at certain points, it really did. But Enigma Gaming, they've been playing for far longer together, and it just goes to show, man, these guys are so good, and they're kind of unstoppable. How do I even put this? When you have a team that is so well in sync and so put together and have such good aim, you know you had to be scared of Enigma Gaming, and there's a reason why they're one of the top teams in India, and it just goes to show. And I still really had high hopes for Reckoning Esports, and I really thought that it might be going into the 3rd map, but Enigma Gaming, they just shut them right down. And Raw Fuel, this guy was on a roll. I'm not really sure what score, how many kills he had towards the end, but it was clearly north of 27, I think.
Yeah, I think, was it 27? I think
it was exactly 27, and he went down. Remember, he came down to 8 HP. He just got rid of that pain shell. Like, that pain shell came straight at him, and then he just went back. And look at this. Reckoning Esports, they've had good ideas for a few times. They've come in with Viper's Pit plays, but you cannot be basing your entire play off of ultimates.
That is true. I mean, utilities are a thing, but it looks like Enigma clearly had the upper hand in terms of using it, and as well as playing for positions, having better dual angles, better dual conversion rates as well. They just were on top of everything that Reckoning were throwing at them, or whatever they threw at Reckoning. They were just absolutely taking care of every single avenue all by themselves. Whether it was a 1v1, 2v1, even if it was a 1v, somebody who had to take care of the entire side alone of finding
Yeah.
entry.
Mm.
Enigma did it much, much, much better than Reckoning, because Reckoning always needed a team to fight off, whereas Enigma, they need even one player is good enough to take out two. So
Yeah.
that
And
that
it's
showed their prowess.
exactly. And it's not just that. It's not like Reckoning Esports don't have the skills, but can we go over the fact that they gave away way too many singular kills? Like they just keep going in for individual fights when you can't and when you shouldn't be going in for it. And you pointed it out perfectly. That is exactly the opportunity that Rafael needs to get those kills for himself.
Yeah. Just I really don't know how you stop this guy. It's just crazy the way that he just plays around his skill set. His aim so good. He's taken over the jet so well. His dynamics with that agent has completely shifted over, and he's done a brilliant job of being one of the best jets in the region right now. And he's looking to get back on those MVP standings as he was last season. And I mean, I don't know who's going to stop him. I don't think anybody can stop him at this point.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even gonna dispute that. You were completely right. Like the way that this guy goes out and his aim is so true, and the support that he gets from his teammates and the information that he gets from his teammates is exactly why Enigma is the way they are. And Reckoning Esports, I feel like that's the only thing that they have to be working on, because once Enigma Gaming gets any piece of information, the slightest sliver, they give it out. They just throw it out on their comms, and that is how you should be playing Valorant, because you have to be on top of things. You have to know where to aim. You have to know where to shoot, because if you don't, you're going to be looking at the wrong direction, and then you're just going to be taken out. And Enigma Gaming, they played so well together as a unit. Reckoning Esports, they didn't stand a chance. When they came in and they gave individual fights, they were like, how do you know I'm here? But that's only because of the information that is being given out by all the players from Enigma Gaming. And it goes to show, the experience just shows, man.
Yeah, it indeed does. And we can see there is a huge gap what Reckoning were last season to what they are right now.
True.
They've got work to do. They've got a lot of things to consider. They need to make sure that they somehow get their things back on track before the next match, because it's only getting difficult from here. If you're losing out like this, even the underdogs are going to look at you and get a sense of pride that, okay, guys, you know what? We actually can't be Reckoning. They're not the same as they were. And here it is, Rafael, 27 kills, and that man is an absolute godlike of a beast when it comes to playing that jet. Single duelist is all they need, and this single duelist takes care of pretty much every single kind of entry frag, or pushing up, being aggressive,
Yeah.
being in your face, being completely unafraid of taking any sort of fights, whether he has an operator or he has a pistol or he has a rifle. Rafael's the guy who
Rafael's the guy.
Enigma. Yeah, Rafael's the guy. That's just crazy.
That's just pretty much it, right? And there you go. We have it. 27 kills. We were right. Where's the end? I think he had a 27-9 KD, if I'm not wrong, or something like that. No, I think it was I'm not really sure, but whatever it was, the 3 kills extra that was remaining from that 30 bomb would have been enough to put up a 3 KD, if I'm not wrong. So I think he had like 10 deaths. I was hoping that he'll get those, but no, it was beautifully played out by Reckoning as well. But they just slip up at a few moments. It's not like Enigma Gaming doesn't too, but Reckoning Esports, I'm not really sure why. There's like a certain discord sometimes. I just see a slight break in communication, as if their microphones have stopped working. I see them playing solo sometimes, like you said, and then those little things that are the only things that they have to work on, because they've got so much potential. You know, these names, these are household names, and they come in and they give such a good performance on the field over there, and it just hurts to see them lose like this. I really was hoping for the third map coming into play.
Yep. Now, this is going to be the end of the matchups today, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the scoreline in front of you, 13-5 and 13-6. And that's all she wrote for us today. Enigma Gaming are going to be taking their win, as we're going to be seeing the group standings come up in just a bit. And now I'm interested to see how exactly it's going to be lining up, because, we know Reckoning is going to be staying at the bottom. They're going to have just 1 point. They have 3 losses on them already. Whereas FS, Enigma, Velocity, and Weird share the top 4 with 6, 5, 4, 3 each.
Yeah.
And followed up by Assault, Only Friends, and Susquad. I mean, even Susquad, honestly, at this point have a chance at doing something different. But
Yeah.
Reckoning, they are in deep, deep waters, in deep trouble. This is not what we expected from them. This is not what we would have wanted to see from them. But hey,
True.
sometimes the tables just turn over in the wrong direction, I guess.
Yeah, and honestly, I really thought that they would stand a chance, but they have to be winning out. I'm pretty sure the next matchup they're going to be winning out, but losing at the first 3 is what cost them heavily. They've got like 1 point, and I don't think that they can climb up out of that red zone. And it's only a matter of time, isn't it? Like you said, Susquad, they've still got a chance, but Reckoning Esports, this was their final chance, and they kind of slipped up. And right now, it's a long grind back up, and I don't think it's going to be possible.
Yeah, but hey, it is the end of a day. It's just for them to just, consider the mistakes that they made, look at them again tomorrow, find, a sportive way to get back into this, and maybe start off with a win with the next one, because that's all you got to look forward to. Try to win and finish things off as good as possible. But hey, speaking about finishing off things as good as possible, it is the end of today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be taking our leave as Enigma have beaten the side of Reckoning 2-0. And earlier we saw Velocity beat Weird Esports 2-1. It's been a hell of a day, but we're going to be back with a lot more action on the LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial and apparel partner 656. And we have our accessories partner as Cosmic Byte. So if you want offers, if you want new upgrades for your PC, go down there, check out the description down below, and you will get everything you need to upgrade your PC, everything that you need to get as good as the pros that you watch playing and you love to support, right? And everything that you need is only going to help you get better, maybe participate in the next TC Gauntlet. Who knows? It's all up to you practicing and doing your thing. And don't forget, like and subscribe to this channel if you like the content, and hit that notification bell icon, because every time we go live with these matches, you get notified and we get to provide you with all the Valorant action of the highest order. And until then, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back tomorrow to show you a lot more matches. Scan that QR code, get your Red Bulls, go get some dinner, have a great night. We're going to be seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming.
let's go.